ILUS is holding it down like a G in one of the worst markets. One of the worst markets ever seen. There's companies out there that are getting to a valuation that I never thought possible. I never thought I'd see prices on some of these stocks that I'm witnessing here today. But ILUS is holding it down strong. ILUS is holding it down strong, and we had an update from ILUS today that basically explains what I've been telling you guys about ILUS. Basically breaks down why ILUS will be one of the top companies, hands down, not just in the OTC, but why ILUS, when this market corrects, will be one of the best stocks in this stock market, period. Period. We're going to get into this ILUS, we're going to get into this ILUS PR. But listen, if you're holding ILUS right now, be happy, be proud. This is just in my opinion only. All I am is just another ILUS shareholder, right? But let's just get right into this, man. ILUS provides a progress update in line with its short and medium term milestones. ILUS is a mergers and acquisitions company focused on acquiring. By the way, guys, towards the end of this video, we're going to get into a short article of why when you buy a stock, a lot of the times, right after you buy it, it goes down right away. We're going to get into that towards the end. Like, subscribe if you don't mind. Having already acquired several companies, having already acquired 7 companies since January 2021, ILUS is in the process of agreeing and completing several acquisitions for its emergency response technology subsidiary. Simultaneously to this, and in addition to the building of the companies within its group, ILUS has been undergoing its audit, which is nearing completion, reviewing options for shareholders to lock up shares in a preference category, finalizing structure for the rollout of its European deals, and restructuring its subsidiaries in preparation for planned participation on a major stock exchange. An opportunity which has grown substantially since the company's annual shareholders meeting earlier this year. With this and more underway behind the scenes, ILUS wishes to update shareholders on its progress and set market expectations for short and medium-term milestones to be achieved in the coming weeks and months. Since ILUS provided an update on its second quarter plans, reference April 4, 2022 PR, the company has remained hard at work building its subsidiaries, particularly emergency response technologies, in preparation for planned participation on a major stock exchange, NASDAQ. Doesn't say that, but it is NASDAQ. ILUS has been agreeing the acquisition of several companies. Therefore, the company is pleased to say that it has held further promising negotiations with an acquisition that is achieving upwards of $100 million in annual revenue. Furthermore, while ILUS has been structuring the rollout of its European first phase deal in Čačak, Serbia, it has also been going through the processes for completion of the larger second phase deal. Having spoken previously of its creation of a defense subsidiary, ILUS is now also nearing the agreement of its first defense acquisition, which manufactures disruptive technology and vehicles for the defense sector. In addition to the completion of already agreed acquisitions, ILUS is agreeing the acquisition of an emergency response communications company, a wildfire equipment manufacturer, and more as the company continues to add valuable assets to its emergency response technology portfolio. As the deal size, complexity of its acquisitions has grown significantly in preparation for the planned participation on a major stock exchange. ILUS is in discussions with the reputable investment banks to evaluate several options and scenarios. Once confirmed, the company will announce the investment bank that it has chosen to partner with for its participation on a major stock exchange. ILUS recognizes that it is running slightly behind schedule for its first planned participation on a major stock exchange due to larger and more complex deals on the table. However, these larger deals have increased the valuation potential of its subsidiaries, and ILUS is confident that the outcomes will be more positive for the company and its shareholders. Also, in conjunction with its planned participation on a major stock exchange, the company has further discussions with suitably experienced potential board members and begun discussions with newly identified companies. We have so many deals on the brink of completion, and many large new opportunities have arisen that we didn't anticipate. If this is not what you want to hear from a company like ILUS that's in its early growth stages, and you could get it at this valuation, I don't know what you guys are doing here. Many deals are due to be announced very soon, with several others due to complete at around the same time. We are due to complete most, if not all, of the deals that we have spoken about in the past, and more that we have not been able to speak about. What many people won't have envisaged. I don't know what that word is. I don't think I ever seen that word in my life. Anyways, is that the current economic conditions, the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, and the energy crisis which many countries are facing has presented us with massive opportunities, since we are operating in the infrastructure and technology sectors with the wealth of influential relationships at our disposal. This means that we are evaluating a lot more opportunities that we hadn't planned on at the start of the year. And this is great news for ILUS ultimately. It means that we have the opportunity to not only participate on a major stock exchange, but to become a dominant force in our sector on it. Although there are so many exciting developments, we are cautious to the timing and substance of the news. And so we are doing our best to balance the tension between keeping the market updated and the appropriate timing towards our planned participation on a major stock exchange without jeopardizing it. We do, however, want to keep our shareholders updated so that they can understand the enormous scope of what is going on behind the scenes, said ILUS's managing director, John Paul Backwell. I couldn't be more excited, man, for this company, ILUS. Those of you that are able to get it at these prices right now, due to extreme market conditions that I never thought possible, consider this a miracle. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude on here that has his money where his mouth is. That's it. That's it. But if you people that's listening to this that aren't invested in ILUS don't understand the magnitude of what this company is doing and has coming, go get some crypto or something. You don't need to be in this. really baffles me that we're able to get ILUS at these levels with what they're doing. But then again, I really can't understand that a lot of these companies, a lot of companies are at the price point and valuations that they're at now. Anyways, let's get into this right quick. Like I promised you guys, it's just an article that I was just reading, kind of interesting. Why the stock goes down immediately after you buy it. Most retail investors have noticed that immediately after they buy a stock, the stock price starts moving lower. More often than not, this is a common occurrence in retail stock markets. For a few reasons, some are logical and some are nefarious. For starters, there's the obvious high frequency traders, HFT, that plague the markets and try to force the weak hands of retail investors in the short term. HFT will see your buy orders with your broker and then they'll bid up that stock to try to get you to buy at a slightly higher price. After you purchase the higher price, they'll unload a bunch of shares which will bring the price back down to reality. This is the simplified version. To gain a better understanding, one should read Flash Boys by Michael Lewis. See our top list of top 5 investing books there. Guys, I don't know who Michael Lewis is, what this Flash Boys is about. I'm not over here pushing that by any means. I just found this article kind of interesting. So don't just listen to me and go look this up. You definitely can, but I don't know who that is. On the other hand, there's simple market forces at work. If there's an increase in buy orders for a stock, it's likely that the sell side will increase, especially if the increase in buy orders has resulted in higher bids. However, once these buy orders get fulfilled, the demand falls off a cliff and the price comes back down to earth. It should be obvious that this effect would be the most pronounced in meme stocks because large buy orders tend to come after hype tweets, videos, and media reports. After those orders get fulfilled, the drop in buy volume brings the stock back down rather swiftly. As you may or may not have noticed, a stock going down immediately after you buy it is a short-term phenomenon which will likely always exist in the market. As much of a nuisance as HFT may be, it also contributes great liquidity to the stock market. To avoid these risks, make smart investments and have a long-term investment outlook. That's a fact. Anyways, guys, salute. I'll get back at you, man. Take care.